approximately 100 minutes with no intermission. In the unlikely case of an emergency, the exits are in the back of the house. Please note this show contains a prop firearm, no flash photography, and no distracting videos. Please keep the eyes clear. That particularly goes for you in the front row there. Please tuck those toes in. Thank you, as to not trip the actors. After the show, please meet your friends and family downstairs and outside of the building. Be sure to read the director's note handed out at check-in. Also, check your virtual playbill for a special note from our executive director. I believe that is all then. Okay, enjoy the show.
I hate theater. Well, it's just so disappointing, isn't it? Do you know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater, waiting for a show to begin? I pray. Dear God, please, let it be a good show. And let it be short, oh Lord in heaven, please. 2 hours is fine, 3 hours is too much. And keep the actors out of the audience, God. I didn't pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. I just want a story and a few good songs that'll take me away. I just want to be entertained. I mean, isn't that the point? Amen. You know, it wasn't long ago that people sitting in darkened theaters thought to themselves, what if George and Ira Gershwin got for us tonight? Or, can Cole Porter pull it off again? Now it's, please, Elton John, must we continue the charade? You used to be sitting there in the dark. You knew that when the show began, you'd be taken to a different world, a world full of music and color and glamour. And you'd think to yourself, when are they going to bring up the lights? Hello there. How are we this evening? I'm feeling a little blue myself. You know, a little anxious for no particular reason. A little sad that I should still feel anxious at this age. A little self-conscious anxiety resulting in a non-specific sadness, a state I call blue. Whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So I was going through my records this morning. Yes, records. And I was going to put on the soundtrack recording of Meredith Willson's The Music Man. I had a hankering for a young Ronnie Howard. But then I thought, no, let's have a treat. Let's escape for a moment to the decadent world of the 1920s, where the champagne flowed as the caviar chilled, and all of the world was a party. For the wealthy, anyways. So I dug about, and what did I find but my favorite show, Gable and Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone. Remember? Music by Julie Gable, lyrics by Sidney Stein. It's a 2-record set remastered from the original recording made in 1928. It's the full show with the original cast, including Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. Isn't she elegant? And this was a full 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Can you believe it? Let me read you what it says in the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. Of course, the phrase gay wedding has a different meaning now, but back then it just meant fun. And that's exactly what this show is. It's fun. So would you indulge me? Would you let me play it for you now? I was hoping you'd say yes. Hear that static? I love that sound. To me, that's the sound of a time machine starting up. Now, let's visualize. Imagine, if you will, it's November 1928. You've just arrived at the doors of the Roscoe Theater in New York City. It's very cold. Remember it used to be cold in November? Not anymore. Now November's the new August. It's global warming. We're all doomed. Anyway, it's very cold and a heavy gray sleet's falling from the sky. But you don't care. You're going to see a Broadway show. Listen. Isn't this wonderful? It helps if you close your eyes. Overtures. Overtures are out of style now, but I miss them. They're the show's way of welcoming you. Welcome. The meal will be served shortly, but in the meantime, have an appetizer. That's what an overture is. It's a musical appetizer, a poo-poo platter of tunes, if you will. Oh, something new? What could it be? Sounds like a dance? Something a bit rollicking. Perhaps involving pirates? Don't worry, there are no pirates. Oh, now, here it comes. The moment when the music starts to build and you know you're only seconds away from being transported.
It's a miracle, madam.
My fancy dress. I don't know why I'm wearing it, I must confess. My dress, I love my dress. Would someone tell me why I put it on?
Yes, your dress, your fancy dress. 'Twas such a pleasure airing it, restitching and repairing it. God bless your dress, it's one fine dress, and I will tell you why you put it on. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime. Madam, you're the hostess at this happy wedding time. Wedding bells will ding, wedding bells will bang. Wedding bells will ding-a-ling and we will ding-along. Wedding guests have come, wedding guests are here. Wedding guests are at the door and soon they will appear. I'm Robert, the bridegroom, I'm here to marry Janet, that star of belts and spirals whom I love a lot. I'm George, that's George, his best man George. I'm honored to be doing what a best man ought. I'm Mrs. Huntingdale. This wedding is going according to plan. The King's organization. See? Each string represents a task yet to be completed. Pay the florist, cook the musician, yell at the minister. This wedding's gonna work like clockwork.
Oh, is there gonna be a wedding?
I'm something producer. I lost my leading lady. I gotta stop this wedding or I ain't got squat.
I'm kidding, just kidding. I came here with the velvet. I'll be a leading lady if I get my shot. We're pastry chefs. We cross our hearts, we're pastry chefs. A bakery is what we got.
My name is Isabel. I'm the king of romance, so I kiss a lot. matrix. Sky, I'll circle through the stripes in my modern apparatus. Tricks, matrix, I gotta fly. I'll see you when they turn the night.
Well, there you have it. All of the guests arrived. We have a bride who is giving up the stage for love, her debonair bridegroom, a harried producer, jovial gangsters posing as pastry chefs, a flaky co-rhyme, a Latin Lothario, and an aviatrix, what we now call a lesbian. And of course, my favorite character, the drowsy chaperone. What more do you need for an evening's entertainment? And we will sing along. I don't know what that means. Anyways, I'll take you through the record as best I can. Don't worry, it won't be hard to follow. We start with a welcome from a love-struck room.
Well, I just wanted to thank you all for coming. I tell you, I must be one lucky fella. Why, who would have thought that I, Robert Martin, will be marrying a glamorous showgirl, and that glamorous showgirl will be willing to give up her successful career for me, Robert Martin. Now, for war for prohibition, I say, let's raise a glass to Miss Janet Van Brandt, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Wait! Absolutely not! The bride can't see the groom before the wedding. It's bad luck.
I hope you heard that, because that's the plot. Well, basically. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served in the Arabian.
Say, isn't it a little bit early in the day to be drinking?
I don't understand the question.
Look, just keep Janet away from Robert. It's your only job as a chaperone.
I'm on capital. Oh, Robert, who's my little monkey?
I'm your little monkey.
So the bride and groom are whisked away, and we turn our attention to the B plot, which involves the producer.
Miss Feltzig, getting married and leaving show business?
Miss Feltzig, doesn't she know I got obligations? Miss Feltzig, I could be a leading lady. You said it yourself, I'm useless in the chorus.
Kitty, for the last time, I ain't got what it takes.
But I've been taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Yeah, I'm pretty good too. Last week, I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation. Kitty and Feldzig were actually a couple in real life. Jackie and Sadie Adler. Now this, a familiar comic construct, a stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Well, she seems stupid, but in the end she does something clever. It makes us all wonder, was it all just an act? The irony here is Sadie actually was quite stupid. Jackie had to explain all of the jokes to her, apparently. But still, she had a wonderful career on stage. Back then, the theater was really the only place that stupid people could earn a decent living. This was before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
A petit four, Miss Feltzig?
Not now.
Perhaps a nice profiterole.
Girls, I am not hungry.
Then perhaps we can give you something else to chew on. Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also, and primarily, employees of a certain individual.
A certain individual?
A certain individual who happens to be the largest single investor of Feltzig's Follies. He has sent us here, as pastry chefs, to express his concern about Miss Van de Graaf's impending nuptials. Specifically, that if she gets married and leaves the show, then there ain't no show. Say, don't I know you? No, you don't.
any time in Toledo?
You ever spent any time in a coma?
No. Yeah. Kitty. Girls, you tell your boss this wedding is never gonna happen. You have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word, all right. But to go back on that word would be a recipe for disaster. Now, we hope we've made ourselves perfectly eclaired. One can only hope. Oh, you must Scotty be kidding me. What, a trifle much? Don't tart with me.
All right, you can drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we ganache. We're on the lamb. Lamb's an entree, you macaroon. Da-da-da-da-da.
The gangsters were played by interchangeable vaudeville duo the Tall Sisters, Jane and Patty Tall. They were born Joanna and Alina Moslaskowicz, but were renamed to Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. They were an early example of a typical Broadway gangster, full of wordplay and stylized movement, not very intimidating. Unless you find dancers intimidating, which I do, but for reasons that really wouldn't be appropriate to this situation.
We'll leave the matter in your hands, Miss Feldzig. In the meantime, feel free to browse the dessert carousel. Try the Toledo surprise. It's to die for.
The cats Miss Feldzig, they're gangsters. Very perceptive. Now go powder your face. I gotta stop this wedding, but how? Oh Lord in heaven, how? How?
I always thought that part was a little overplayed.
How?
Now with the story well on its way, let's go to the groom's room.
Hey there, handsome. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. He got his start as the Albright toothpaste man. His fabulous smile adorned every tooth. Albright was hugely popular in the early 20s because it contained cocaine. It's true, if you looked at the label, it was the 5th ingredient down, right after sugar. Anyways, it wasn't long before he became a huge matinee idol.
Now don't you worry. It's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is? Of course.
I love Percy Hyman. Now, some people say he was a bad actor. And to those people I say, shut up.
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man, shaking and a-quaking, trembling like them Brady cats do. Something they be bothering you. You know what you got? Cold feet, brother, you got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm. Young feet, old feet can be uncontrollable feet. Really make them cold feet trot down the aisle. Frosty arches, they can learn to swing. Icy toes can jive. Wedding marches, plating ragtime swing. Make frigid souls come alive and take that dive. Cold feet, snow feet, turn them into cold feet. Ready to make them cold feet hot.
You don't say. Why don't you come back into your muddle, you backstabbing worm? Well, gotta find another minister. Say, what are you doing there?
I'm singing a song an old neighbor taught me. A family remedy for wedding day jitters.
You think you've got jitters, you got the easy part. I have to order the rice and nears, have the whole weight of the wedding on my shoulders.
George, it sounds like you've got cold feet.
What do I got?
Cold feet.
What do I want?
Cold feet.
What do I do? Scold feet?
No! Make the cold feet hot. George, you're dancing.
I am? I am.
Thank you. Thanks. Oh. Should have joined us for the dance. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Cold feet, cold feet. Turn them into cold feet. Where to make them cold feet hot. You made the cold feet hot. You make the cold feet hot. You make the cold feet hot.
Richard Hyman was a wonderful performer. I like to think of him panting and sweating after a long dance routine. He's still alive, you know. I saw him recently on the evening news celebrating his 100th birthday. To say the years had taken their toll would be a grotesque understatement. They wheeled him out and he had that wide-eyed expression of pained confusion that God reserves for the very, very old on their birthday. You know, the one that says, "Who are you? Who am I? Why is that cake on fire?" You know what I'm talking about. Anyways.
That's enough of that. Dancing around like a fool, you could hurt yourself.
I'm sorry, George. I was just trying to calm my nerves. It is my wedding day, after all.
Wait. Why don't you go for a skate instead? That's how I blow off some steam.
George, what would I do without you?
Wait! You can't see Janet. You can't run into her. Ah! I've got a blindfold.
George, what a great idea.
That's why I'm your best man.
I can't imagine anything going wrong with these.
Who made this blindfold this long? Ah, easy peasy.
George, you think of everything.
Yeah. No more dancing.
Wedding bells will ring. Wedding bells will chime. Wedding bells will celebrate.
Just ignore it. It does this sometimes, it rings. It'll stop soon. Just ignore it. What? What do you want?
Hello. You reached my answering machine. Leave a short message after the tone, and I'll get back to you at my convenience.
Well, that's it. Thank you. Thank you, life. It's like when a cell phone goes off in a theater. God, I hate that. Hello, what are you up to? Oh, I'm just at the theater, ruining the moment. What about you? Oh, well, I couldn't get out tonight, so I figured I'd ruin the moment by proxy. Let's shake that off. Let's go back in our minds to 1928. They didn't have cell phones in 1928, but I'm sure they had something for the ruining of moments. Bugles or something.
Happy wedding time.
So the scene shifts and we find the bride, the glamorous Janet Vanderkamp, entertaining questions from reporters as she lounges by the
Miss Vandegraft, is it true that you're giving up a successful career for a man you hardly know?
Yes, Robert and I met on the Lido deck of the Ile de France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interests. We spooned briefly and then he proposed.
So you won't be returning to the stage ever?
I shan't.
You shan't?
I shan't.
Can I quote you on that?
Of course. One more question. Yes.
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question. How can you give up the footlights when you know very well you got grease paint in your veins?
Vicky, please.
Janet, I am begging you. Dump the mug. Stay with the follies. I'll give you anything you want. Oh, fine. I'll even put your name above mine on the marquee.
Oh, Vicky. Do you think this is about vanity? You couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off. I don't want to wear this no more. Play the saucy Christmas no more. Do my signature no more. I don't want to show off. Please don't try to control me. I've made up my mind. That's it. I quit. I'm leaving it all behind. I don't want to be cute no more. Make the gentleman hoot. Hey, baby. I don't want to wear fruit no more. I don't want to show off. We don't want to show off no more. Please, no more attention. I'm counting to 10. And I'm through. Adieu. You'll never see this. You'll never see this. Never see this. Never see that. Never see these again. I don't wanna change I don't wanna say cheese no more. I don't care if you stop. I don't wanna be cheers no more. Praise no more. Proud no more. Touch no more. Love no more. I don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show. No more.
Did I miss something?
Well, Miss Aldridge is painfully obvious and has no desire to continue a life on the stage. Can't you see it's killing her soul?
Don't worry, girls. This isn't over yet. Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't do an encore.
I don't wanna encore no more. Down the floor, floor, no more. And lift the floor no more. I don't wanna
That was Jane Roberts as the bride. She was the Oops girl, remember? Surely you remember the Oops girl. Don't you people read? She was billed as the girl whose sexual energy was so great, it caused the men around her to have accidents. Spill their drinks, drive their cars into trees, and then she would go, oops. Well, I'm not doing it justice, but people ate it up. She even made a whole series of movies, Oops, Oops Girl Come Home, and Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
Okay, begging and groveling didn't work. On to plan B. And for that, I'm gonna need an accomplice. Someone gullible with loose morals. I need a, what do you call him? A European.
In walks Adolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Adolfo was played by former silent film star and world-class alcoholic Roman Martelli. He was the one who drank himself to death in his chateau in Nice, remember? It was 5 days before they found the body, and at that point it had been partially consumed by his poodles. Well, it was only partially consumed.
La 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 la. Excuse me, I don't believe we've met. I am Adolfo. You are Adolfo? Yes, I am Adolfo. Not the Adolfo. Yes, I am Adolfo. Honey, you don't look like a scoundrel. Yes. What? Why, just now I overheard the groom saying Adolfo is a scoundrel. I just heard him say that. Adolfo is a scoundrel. Those very words? Adolfo is a scoundrel. It's like I'm hearing it again. This is outrageous. He is saying this to peoples, to beautiful ladies dressed for making love. Why, I must. You must take matters into your own hands. Yes, I must take this groom into my hands and kill him. Yes. No. Don't kill him. Just hurt him enough so he can't get married. Show me to this groom. Wait, what? What kind of man is this groom? Is he a big man? Well, a burly fellow. He's big on the outside. No. Adolfo will not fight big men. Small, pale, easy little dwarf people that Adolfo can put far away. No big men. So you're a lover, not a fighter. Yes, Adolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies. Some say I am the king of romance. Well, you know what they say. The best way to get back at a man is through his door. No, the best way to get revenge on a man is through his window. No, back at a man, revenge through his. Through his, there is no other way. I'm not Santa Claus coming down chimney. Through his woman. Ah, his woman. Yes, Adolfo, you must seduce his woman. His woman. Bride. Adolfo will make love to the bride. This will show people Adolfo is no scoundrel. Show me to this bride. What? What kind of woman is this bride? Is she a big woman? No, she's a burly woman. Pajamas? She's a looker. She's an attractive woman. Show me to this cat in pajamas. Adolfo will make her purr. Stop it! Like a cat in pajamas!
Chewing the scenery. Certainly couldn't get away with a performance like that nowadays, could you? Mature contemporary audiences are too sophisticated for broad racial stereotypes on the stage. So we banished them to Disney. Let the children sort it out.
I'm feeling
Yes, madam.
the pastry chefs have been kind enough to provide the liquor for the party. But remember, Elderling, we have to be discreet.
Yes, madam.
It is prohibition after all.
I'm aware of that, madam.
We'll have to use code words. For instance, if someone asks for a glass of ice water, it means they want a glass of vodka. Have you got that?
Yes, madam.
Are you sure? Maybe you should write it down.
I understand, madam. A glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
What's a glass of ice water?
Vodka?
Ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water?
Vodka.
Very well then. One thing left to do. Come on. Drunkey, may I please have a glass of ice water? I found our meeting with the pastry chef quite trying, and I would enjoy a glass of refreshing ice water.
Your ice water, madam.
Oh, thank you. That was your vodka, you poop!
I hate this scene.
I know you need a glass of ice water.
A glass of ice water.
Yes. Oh, are you going there?
Would that I were.
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's really just a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
Oh, thank you. That was your
You know, in some ways, the drowsy chaperone was quite progressive. A lesbian actress playing the aviatrix, for instance.
Your ice water, madam.
Thank you. That was your vodka, you poop.
Yes, some elements were quite progressive. Others were stale in 1928. You know what? I'm just going to skip ahead.
Your ice water, madam.
Thank you. Where do you think you're going?
To find some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice? For heaven's sake, why?
I'm going to wring out my eyebrows and make myself a gimlet.
Now, you're probably asking yourself, what was that routine doing in the show? Well, it's quite simple, really. A song's coming up, and they needed something to allow for the set change. It's mechanics. It's like, pornography. Let me explain what I meant by that. And pornography in the story is simplistic. How do I pay for this pizza? Being a classic example. The point is, the story exists really to connect with longer, more engaging production numbers. What? Well, what kind of society do we live in if we can't discuss the similarities between pornography and musical theater?
In a few hours, I'm going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
Now this is a really interesting scene. This is the only time in the show where Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell are alone together on stage. At this point, Jane Roberts was an emerging star, but Beatrice Stockwell was already well established and a force to contend with.
I'm so full of apprehension, but I suppose that's normal considering the circumstances. Have you ever been married, chaperone?
No, I drink for pleasure, not out of necessity.
Your ice water, madam.
Thank you, underling.
I'm afraid we're fresh out of olives.
Have you ever been married, underling?
Heavens, no, madam. If I'm going to serve a woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
Oh, you two. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know. But somehow, for some reason, when I look into his eyes, oh, his big monkey eyes. Oh, gee, I get all woozy. And that's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The wooziness could be caused by any number of things. Why, I'm woozy right now, and I'm certainly not in love.
Now, Beatrice Stockwell was famous for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired the troops in every major world conflict, up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, at that point she was in her 80s, so she didn't so much as rouse as stupefy, but still, she insisted a rousing anthem be in every show she was ever in, even if it wasn't appropriate. But still, you just couldn't say no to her. That's star power.
Really, you're not being the least bit helpful. Couldn't you at least delay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration. Really, dear, that's not my forte.
Yes, but if you...
As we stumble along, like finding candy. As we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure where to turn or what to do. Still we bumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth, barely knowing left from right nor right from wrong. And the best that we nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents, Antarctica, oh please.
Antarctica, oh please.
Still, you mustn't let it lick you. This planet, oh so bland. Keep your eyeball on the hot ball in your hand. As we stumble along, just like crowded death, as we push and we shove, we live and we learn. And when we finally leave the bar and we see that morning star, we pull our bootstraps up and hold the turn. Then we stumble away, just like we should be. Barely knowing right from right, nor ever wrong. But as long as we can hear that little bluebird, there'll be a song as we stumble along, as we stumble, bumble, fumble, plumble, as we stumble,
Well, she basically sings a rousing anthem about alcoholism. But that's what I love about her. She just does her own thing, when she wants, regardless of the needs or concerns of others. My mother was like,
Chaperone. But I'm still conflicted. Oh, please just tell me, is Robert the man for me?
my dear, that's just something you'll have to decide for yourself.
But I just don't know if he loves me.
Well, why don't you ask him? Say, Roger, do you love me?
It's Robert, and I'm not allowed to see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him.
You're right. And I take my job very, very seriously. However, just at this moment, I'm feeling terribly, terribly drowsy. I'm afraid I'll have to have a little lying down. Now, whatever you do, don't go wandering through the garden, seeking out your fiancé to ask him the question upon which your future happiness depends.
Oh, thank you, chaperone. I just have to know if he loves me.
Such a skinny little fool. Still, I envy her. Oh, when will love come crashing through my door? La 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 la.
look who it is. Adolfo, come to seduce the bride.
I am. Hello.
Try not to think of the poodles while you listen to this part.
I am Adolfo, and you are bride. No, I'm not. What? This is bridal suite. You are the only woman here, therefore you must be bride. Interesting argument, but I'm afraid you are a moron. What? Me, no bride. Perhaps I could take a message?
Yes. Very good. Dear Van de Graaff bride, I must make love to you and transport you to a place of ecstasy. Sooner is better. Signed, Adolfo, King of Romance.
Oh, well, you found me out. You saw through my little ruse.
Ah, so you are the bride.
Apparently, yes. Take me, adult face.
No, not Adolfo, it's Adolfo. You must remember my name for when we are making love and you are screaming. You must say the right name or it will spoil everything. How can I make you remember? I'm sure that you have heard the name of Adolfo, a ladies' man who wins a claim of Adolfo. Well, lovely miss, I am the same Adolfo. I introduce myself. I am Adolfo.
Nice to meet you. Shall we?
Not so fast. So just in case you didn't hear Adolfo, I'll try to make it very clear, Adolfo. The lovely ladies always hear Adolfo. When I repeat myself, I am Adolfo. I can sing it high, Adolfo. I can sing it low, Adolfo. I can sing it very fast. I can sing it very slow. Only I do it now, but it will take hours. Now let us see if you can remember my name.
I'll give it a shot.
Now who's the fellow that you see?
Adolfo.
And how should you refer to me?
Adolfo.
And who is it that always be?
Adolfo.
Now sing it proudly.
You are Adolfo.
Now let me spell it out for you. For all you lovely ladies who didn't hear for some reason, because maybe you are hard of hearing or something. I don't know. It goes.
Was my mother's favorite number in the show. I think it was her secret fantasy to be swept off of her feet by a Latin lover. Oh, a real Latin lover, not a buffoon. But that's what musical theater is all about, isn't it? Romantic fantasy. Falling in love with a drop the hat. Spontaneous tango hit. Suddenly finding yourself in an insanely romantic setting.
I'm an accident waiting to happen. Da 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 da. Don't worry, now?
Why, it's me. I mean, me. Me from France.
This scene could not be more ridiculous.
So, you are marrying Janet Vandergraaf, no?
Oui,
I hear she's very beautiful
oui,
and glamorous.
ah, oui, oui.
Is it true that she has an exceptionally broad range and excels at playing both comedic and dramatic roles?
Say, having trouble placing your accent. What part of France are you from?
Oh, the middle part where they make the toast. Oh, you were telling me about your, how do you say it in English, fiancé?
That's right.
Well, tell me, when was the moment when you knew that she was the only one for you?
It's a funny story, actually. We were standing on the Lido deck of the Ile-de-France.
Yes.
I was amusing her with stories of my father's oil interests.
And then what happened?
And then I looked into her eyes, her big, glamorous eyes, and I felt all woozy.
And then you fell. Oh, and then you fell?
Yep, right on my keister. And I said, well, I guess I don't have my sea legs yet.
Oh, we haven't left the door.
That's what she said. And then I knew it must be love.
And then you said?
And then I said, there was a time I could stop on a dime. Forbearance was one of my talents. But since you've been around, I can't hold my ground. I'm consistently losing my balance. I'm an accident waiting to happen. I'm a mishap about to ensue. I'm the toy on the stair, the three-legged chair, the hen that's been caught by a shoe. When my two loves had gone, started flapping, there was nothing my ankles could do. I'm an accident waiting to happen. So how did I happen to you?
And then what happened?
Well, then she joined in.
When men seem sweet and they fall at my feet, my heart doesn't beat any faster. But when you lose control, it touches my soul. So I'm bracing myself for disaster. You're an accident waiting to happen.
That's right.
A catastrophe destined to be.
That's me. I'm the rags in the cellar.
A broken umbrella,
A
a branch
branch
hanging
hanging
loose
loose
from
from
a
a
tree. I can see myself jumping and clapping for a man who lives dangerously. You're an accident waiting to happen, so hurry and happen to me. Tag, you're it. I'm over here, come get me. Monkey, over here, come get me. Oh, monkey. And then what happened?
Well, then we kissed.
You're an accident waiting to happen. So hurry and happen to me. Wait a minute! You kissed a strange French girl on your wedding day!
Oh no! What have I done? Wait!
Well, looks like the blindfold and fake French accent have led to a terrible misunderstanding. What a mess! Will it all work out in the end? Of course it will. It's not real. It's a musical. Things always work out in musicals. In the real world, nothing ever works out. The only people who burst into song are hopelessly deranged.
Miss Feltzig, how long does it take to seduce one bride? Miss Feltzig, you don't need Janet no more. Kitty, not now. I've been working on a mind-reading act. Presenting Kitty, the incomprehensible. Now, think of something. thinking of something all right.
Wait. Getting it? Pick up some milk and a loaf of rye bread. And don't forget to shave your legs.
You're reading your own mind, you idiot.
Oh, no wonder it was so easy. Miss Feldig, it would appear that the wedding is proceeding according to schedule. Now it's time you received your just desserts. What do you think, partner? Should we whip up something special for Miss Feldig? Yeah, how about a Toledo surprise? An inspired choice.
A Toledo surprise? I never heard of that.
No, you haven't. Those people who have heard of it are generally never heard from again. We'll share the recipe with you. First, you chop the nuts, then you pound the dough, then you bake it up nice and slow, then you got your Toledo surprise.
Could you run that by me again?
It's a very simple recipe, Miss Feldig. First, you chop the nuts, then you pound the dough, then you bake it up nice and slow, then you got your Toledo surprise. Say, how about we give her a taste? All right.
Hold it! What style? What grace? What rhythm? Now open those fists. Now shake them. Now give me that recipe one more time. Da 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 da. Go!
Chop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up nice and slow, then you got a Toledo surprise. Now you get the peach, peel the skin, mush it up, throw it in. That's a taste of Toledo surprise. So as you beat it up, then you speed it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to rise, don't let it, it's a snap. Try it, folks. Whip your whites, split your yolks, then you got a Toledo surprise.
You girls are natural.
Honest?
Yeah, keep it up. I'll go work on the contract.
Hey!
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, Miss Feldig, what's going on here?
Kitty, I'm developing a new act.
Toledo surprise. You mean you're putting gangsters in the show and you won't put me in? They're not even in the union.
I'm going wrong. The new act is for you, Kitty. And these girls are your backup dancers.
Backup dancers? Holy cats! Love that hot Toledo dance! My Toledo, good, oh yes indeed, Toledo don't. Freeze the pan, flip the spoon, flip the flan, makes you bust your Toledo surprise!
Wait, Adolfo, he make announcement. Wedding is on.
What, for the love of God, why?
Adolfo, he make love to the bride.
That is not the bride, you idiot. That is the chaperone.
What? The wedding is on.
The wedding is off.
What?
Robert gets a French girl. Her name is Mimi. She's very beautiful.
I couldn't help it, Janet. She was just like you. Only French.
Sweet Mother Pearl.
Aren't they late?
Yes, madam.
What is all this commotion about?
The wedding, madam.
Oh, is there going to be a wedding?
What a tragedy. What a wonderful, wonderful tragedy. Clear the floor, girls. I'll show you how it's done. First you heat it up, then you sweet it up. When you heat it up, it tries to rise. Don't let it. Toledo surprise.
Well, it's ready. Now it's looking ready. We got it.
Make me sweet, make me shake. This dessert, tasty cake. Make me like a torpedo.
Yes, yes, but the tune is so infectious.
Oh, Robert, this is the saddest day of my life.
And that's that. Blackout. And it's time for intermission. Or it would be if we were actually watching The Drowsy Chaperone at the Morosco Theater, which, of course, we're not. I don't like intermissions. They ruin the magic, you know? Yank you back to reality. 1 minute, you're lost in a world of music and romance, and then bam, surrounded by tourists. Crinkling candy wrappers, nattering on about the lack of women's restrooms. It's cruel. What? It's a power bar. It's a bit of a blood sugar issue. I have to eat small meals all day long or I get jittery. It's rude, I know, but you wouldn't like the alternative, believe you me. Believe you me. I remember my wedding. I skipped breakfast and the ceremony was until 4 in the afternoon. Ah, I do. Surprised I was married? Well, there you go. Shouldn't go on making assumptions about people now, should you? I am a very complicated person. I have to pee now. I'll be quick, I promise. And while I'm gone, you all can listen to the beginning of Act 2.
But Emperor, sometimes a different outlook can change your point of view.
What?
Precisely. What is it about the Asians that fascinates Caucasians? What is it about the Asians that's so nice? Is it the wontons, the egg rolls, the rice? Perhaps it's Buddha or Confucius and their excellent advice.
Sorry. That is not from The Drowsy Chaperone. That is from a different musical entirely. I have a woman who comes once a month. Can you say that? I have a woman? Anyways, she cleans things I absolutely refuse to clean. She's very good, but she has this annoying habit of putting my records away and in the wrong sleeves. That song opens Act 2 of another Gable and Stein show, The Enchanted Nightingale, a degrading piece of chinoiserie about an emperor who's told by a magic bird to marry his American elocutionist instead of his betrothed, and then he builds the Great Wall of China. It's a slap in the face to 4,000 years of Chinese history, but anyways, don't love this record player. Act 2 of The Drowsy Chaperone begins with this. A haunting lament from a very depressed bride. She sings it from her balcony, bathes in the pale blue light of a sympathetic moon, which is ridiculous because it was the middle of the day. Anyways, while you're listening to this, try to ignore the lyrics. I know it'll be difficult, but block them out. They're not the best. But the tune is beautiful and it truly communicates the bride's state of mind. Just ignore the lyrics.
I put a monkey on a pedestal and tried to make that monkey stay. And he did for a time, but he needed monkey. Come, my little monkey. Do.
Melody is so simple. It just floats in the air. And I must admit, I was getting a bit misty when I think of that tiny jacket lying on the pedestal, its long sleeves dangling on the floor.
Oh, monkey, 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 you broke my heart in two. But I'll always save that pedestal
Pedestal.
for you. Come, my little monkey. Come, my little monkey. Do.
Now this is it.
Wait,
Who are you?
I'm Janet Bancroft.
Do you need anyone?
I don't need anyone.
What about the love of one man?
What do I care about the love of one man when I am adored by millions? Do I need to be so gloomy? No, no, no. I could rule the world if so I could. Singing birds and flowers to me every show. Perfect sign she handed me a rose.
Now you really let me go.
I'm Janet Bancroft. Ain't no nail that I can't hammer. Why give up all life of glamour? Life of glamour, life of glamour.
I love this part. She's having a complete mental breakdown.
I'm an accident waiting to happen. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to spread birth no more. Be the greatest on earth no more. I don't wanna. I don't, I do. I don't wanna show. And I think sure, Janet, future insecure, Janet, please, will do just fine. But any future I could ever care to shape includes just one new timing cad who drives me Oh, Robert, what a fool I've been. Hapless fool. I know not that I love you, but I threw it all away. I love you, monkey. Is love enough? Is love ever enough? I ask the stars above. Is it the monkey or my pedestal?
Don't you just love that number? It has everything. A little Busby Berkeley, a little Jane Goodall. And that's another thing I love about musicals in general. When a character's in crisis, they sing and they dance, which is so much more interesting than just whining about it. But that's the glory of musical theater. Oh, you see? This is what I was talking about. This is life. You manage to be happy for 5 seconds and something starts ringing.
What a beautiful day for a wedding!
Shall I have the pews removed now, or would you prefer that I wait until morning?
Now I'm going to stop this number here because I don't want it ruined by a ringing telephone. Here we have two vaudeville performers who have slipped through the cracks of time. They're Noel Fitzpatrick and Ukulele Lil. I don't know anything about them. I suppose Ukulele Lil played the ukulele, although she doesn't in this show. Actually, I tried to find out more about her. I went through all of my books. I even tried the internet. But all of my searches ended in Tiny Tim's autopsy photographs. Anyways, they're both charming.
Why would you have the picture removed?
The bride has called off the wedding, madam.
Oh, I'm willing. Never listen to a bride on her wedding day. Love is a very complex emotion on their day.
Yes, madam.
You can be very close to someone 1 minute, and then the next minute, well, you just want to strangle them. Do you understand?
I'm familiar with the urge to strangle, yes.
You see, that's just the nature of love. Love makes lovers worry, love makes lovers fret. But here's a fact of which we can't pretend. Just like long ago when Romeo loved Juliet, love is always lovely in the end.
Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy, madam.
Oh, I never read reviews. Love can start a quarrel, love can cause a diff, but love has always been a trusty friend. It was a happy fate for Hank the Eighth and Boleyn. Love is always lovely in the end.
Might I remind you, madam, that Anne Boleyn lost her head?
Yes, she was in love. Love is good to Eve and Adam.
Here we go again.
And Samson and Delilah too.
Good grief! May I pose a question, madam?
Yes, of course.
Why does nothing I say to you ever get through?
Don't mind if I do. Love is always lovely in the end.
Oh, I found that quite taxing. Excuse me, madam, while I pour myself a glass of ice water.
Love sneaks up behind you, love drops from above. But love would never consciously offend. Love has certainly been kind to me, and my true love. Love is always lovely in the end.
But your late husband was a brute.
I don't mean him, you silly coot.
Oh, madam.
Love is always lovely.
Love.
Love is always lovely in the end. Love is always lovely in the end.
Yes, that was charming. But to be frank, on some level, that never pisses me off. Now I'm going to say something here. Yes, I have been drinking. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that love is not always lovely in the end. And in the end, there are lawyers. And another thing. Surely someone was aware of the awkward sexual connotations of that title? I mean, is it just me? Love is always lovely in the end. I guess what I'm trying to say is that number's naive, and irresponsibly so. Sorry, it needed to be said for the benefit of the young people. I won't interrupt anymore. Oh, there is a moment coming up I've become obsessed with.
Oh, there you are. Oh, Chaperon, I'm in a terrible state.
You certainly are. You can't go to the wedding looking like that.
Oh, you poor dear, haven't you heard? The wedding's been called off.
Not your wedding, mine. Oh, that reminds me. Might I borrow your veil?
You're getting married.
But to whom?
La 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 la. Ah, beautiful lady with baffled expression. You're marrying Adolfo?
I know. It's surprising. But when I look into his eyes, his big, clumsy eyes, well, I get all drowsy. And that's love, isn't it?
Yes, dear. That is love. Help me.
There you are. All right. I'm putting all my cards on the table. My heart, I can't take this any longer. This pressure is just gonna give out. So please, tell me, is there going to be a wedding?
Yes.
Oh, thank the good Lord in heaven.
Adolfo and the chaperone are getting married.
What?
Oh, there you are! I have wonderful news! There's going to be a wedding!
We know.
You know?
Yes, we just heard.
But who told you?
I did.
But how did you know?
What difference does it make?
Mrs. Tottendale and I are to be married in the garden this evening at 7:30. What?
What? Oh, yay!
Congratulations to everyone.
Well, say, what kind of cockamamie wedding is this? Everyone's getting married except the bride and groom.
There you are. Oh, Janet, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hello, Mr. Martin.
Please don't be that way. Can't you find it in your heart to marry me? It is our wedding day. George has gone through all this trouble, and, well, I do love you. More than I can say.
But you kissed another woman.
I know, and I just can't understand it. I know it may sound ridiculous, but when I was kissing that French girl, why, it was just like kissing you.
Oh, Robert, you were kissing me.
You mean, you're Mimi? Well, that French accent was remarkably accurate.
Why, thank you. I developed it when I played the role of Monique in Hold That Baguette. There you are. Before you do anything, think about this. No matter how well you play the part of the happy wife, you'll never ever get a standing ovation. Oh, I just don't know. Oh, I'm so confused. Chaperone, please, I beg you, just this one time, give me some advice that is coherent and appropriate to the situation. Should I marry Robert?
Okay, this is it, the moment I was talking about. Not only the culmination of the plot, but a moment that has fascinated me unlike any other and brought me back to this record again and again. Here it comes.
Well, my advice to you is,
This is it. Listen.
while you can.
You see, you can't quite make out what she says because somebody drops a cane. I'll play it for you again.
While you can.
Does she say, live while you can, or leave while you can?
While you can.
I mean, it's Beatrice Stockwell. So it could just be a cynical quip. This is a wedding after all, and that's exactly what you think when you're at the altar, isn't it? Live or leave. And you have to live because you do love him in some way. And it's not an exact science. It's not like an arrow comes down out of the sky and points to the one you're supposed to be with. So one day you just say it. You say, I love you. And you basically phrase it as a question, but he accepts it as fact. And then suddenly there he is in a $3,000 suit with tears in his eyes, and his nephew made the huppa. So what do? Do you say, I was kidding? I was joking? No, you can't. You live. You choose to live. And for a couple of months, you stare at the alien form in bed beside you and you think to yourself, who are you? Who are you? And then one day you say it out loud. And then it's a trial separation, couples counseling, and all of your conversations are about his eating disorder and your Zoloft addiction. And you're constantly redefining and reevaluating and revisiting until finally you lose the deposit on the house and the whole relationship ends on a particularly ugly note with your only copy of Gypsy spinning through the air and smashing against the living room wall. But in a larger sense, in a broader sense, it's better to have lived than left. Right?
While you can.
You have no idea how many times I've listened to that.
Oh, chaperone, you certainly have a way with words. Robert, my answer is yes, I will marry you.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful.
Well, Miss Feldzig, looks like this wedding is a done deal. Now you're in trouble. And there's nothing you can do about it.
But there is. I found a replacement. A new leading lady. Presenting Kitty the Incredible!
do it in Utah.
George, I don't know how you managed to pull it off. 4 weddings in one day? I guess you're everybody's best man now.
I am? I guess I am. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
He's George, that's George, the best man, George.
I'm honored to be doing what a best man ought.
He's basking in the glory of a fight well fought. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding.
Minister, you may begin. Oh no, I forgot the minister! Who the hell are you?
I'm Trix, the aviatrix of the sky. To Rio, I'm landing when my engine needed mending. I'll fix my navigatrix, and then I'll fly and let the lovers tonight. So sorry to crash the party, folks, but we'll have this engine fixed in 2 shakes, and then it's off to Rio for Carnival.
Wait, the captain of a ship can perform a marriage.
And the pilot is comparable to a captain.
And an airplane is a kind of a ship. A ship of the air. An airship. Oh, shit! Yes!
Wait, Trick, I got it. You can marry them all on the plane. We'll have the honeymoon in Rio.
Oh my God! A bride and groom in a chapel may bring a tear to the eye, but for the thrill when lovers trill, I do in the sky. When vows are said in the mouth, the bees and daffodils sigh. When sweethearts gush, I do in the sky. Do you? We do. Do you? We do. Do you? We do. Do you? A bride and groom in a chapel may bring a tear to the eye. With rainbows bending before us and clouds meandering by, one can't restrain that sweet refrain. I do in the sky. But heart beats rush when sweethearts gush. I do in the sky. I do in the sky. Look ahead. Do you see it? Could be. Yes, it's Rio. Well, hurry up, Trix. We've got some honeymooning to do. Then one can't restrain that sweet refrain. I do up in the.
Oh, I can't believe it. Everyone stay calm. This happens occasionally. It's a very old apartment with horrible wires. Just stay calm and keep this show alive in your minds. Concentrate. Everyone be quiet.
Mr. Super.
God.
Hi.
Hello.
Your lights are out.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we had to shut off the power because we're replacing the breaker panel in the basement.
Yes.
So, we replaced it. But when we turned the power off, it tripped all the breakers in all the apartments.
Yes.
It's what happened. It's normal.
Yes.
So, I gotta reset your breaker.
Now?
Just take a second.
All right.
I tried calling earlier before, but there was no answer.
Yeah, I've been having a bit of a problem with the phone.
Here we go. What was that?
It was just a record.
Oh, what kind of music was that?
Just music, a show. You know, a musical.
You like musicals?
No.
I love musicals. I go all the time with my wife. It's amazing what they can do nowadays. Have you seen Miss Saigon? They landed a helicopter on stage in that one. Oh, I've seen them all. I've seen Cats, Hamilton, Back to the Future. The movie was better though.
Really? Well, goodbye. Well, that's it. It's ruined. One note away from the end, and the mood is broken. I know. I'll just play it again from the beginning. No, I can't do that, can I? Oh, it's so frustrating. You have to understand, I love this musical so much. And I've never even seen it. My mother gave me the record. This was just before my father left us. Oh, he didn't leave because of the record. Although, it probably didn't help matters. Look, I know it's not a perfect show. The spit take scene is lame, and the monkey motif is labored. But none of that matters. It does what a musical is supposed to do. It takes you to another world. And it gives you a little tune to carry with you in your head, you know? A little something for helping you escape the dreary horrors of the real world. A little something for when you're feeling blue, you know? As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what either next, waiting to happen, still we bumble our way.
I don't wanna sing tunes
Through life's crazy
Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime.
There we go, you left from right, or right from wrong.